Hello, dear soul, and welcome to the Lightbearer's Library. In today's journal entry, I wanted to talk about how we should check in with our humanity at the checkout. Now, this kind of sounds funny. It just kind of came to me. But yesterday, my husband and I went to the shop, and we always choose to go to the in-person checkout line versus the self-checkout. And this is just something that I feel quite strongly about, as it turns out, because it's a way of gauging and checking in with our humanity in this world of AI and robots and automation. And it's like, are we still, I think more and more we're going to have to ask ourselves the question of what does it mean to be human? What does it mean to, you know, not be robotic? And I think choosing the human checkout line is one of those ways that we can check in with ourselves. Because why do we choose the self-checkout line? We choose it because for many reasons. We're in a hurry. I think that's something we need to check in on. I think we need to slow down a little bit to try and be present in our daily lives, no matter what it is that we're doing. When we're at the grocery store, it's like we should just be trying to slow down and be more present. We wonder about why we're so stressed and anxious and whatever. It's like, how are some ways that we can slow down? And I feel like choosing the person checkout line, I don't know even what you call it, like the regular checkout line. It's like choosing that one is choosing to be conscious and slow down and have a moment to just, because sometimes there's a line, right? So have a moment to just slow down and be present. Another reason that we choose the self checkout is potentially because it's convenient. I'm not sure how convenient it is. I don't like doing it myself. I'd rather just somebody else do it really quick, especially if you're at the grocery store and they're having to weigh things. It's like, you do it. But maybe some people think it's about convenience. I guess that ties into, rushing, like wanting to get through and go out. But this is another big thing that we need to check in with in terms of our humanity, because we give away so much when we buy into the story of convenience. Oh, it's convenient. Oh, it's convenient. It's like, yeah, but are we handing over something more than we can even think about? Like part of our humanity for convenience. And I think part of that humanity is our connection with other humans. I think we also choose the self-checkout because we don't want to necessarily deal with another human that we, have to say hello or do some small talk with. And it's I think avoiding those moments of human connection that we'd like to avoid. I think especially because there's a lot of loneliness going on, a lot of anxiety, and these are small moments where we can practice presence with another human, to look them in the eye, to give them a little smile, to ask them about their day, and to really just lighten their day, and we can give back to them in that way. So these are just some of the things that I think about when I'm standing in the checkout, waiting to interact and engage with the human. And it's a way of checking in too. Like sometimes, like last night, I was not in the best mood, and I realized, like after checking in with myself at the checkout, that I wasn't able to fully engage with this young woman as I would have liked to, as fully present and grateful for her work. And lastly, I just think that when we choose the human checkout line, we're choosing for humans to have a job, right? I know it's not a sexy job. It's not, like being a checkout girl or a checkout woman or a checkout man or a checkout boy, whatever, right? Like it's not a sexy job, but humans need work, whatever that is. And if that's the job that they have, it's like, think about how many jobs have been lost because of self-checkout. And, I know lots of people snub their nose at that and, but it's true. It's like everyone deserves to have a job. And, that's just one of the ways that we can, make a small meaningful step to say, I choose human as opposed to robot or self-checkout or whatever it is. Okay, well, that's all my thoughts for today on that topic. If you have other topics about small little things that you notice about humanity and where we can start to hold on to our humanity, please let me know in the comments and join the Lightbearers Library. Subscribe. I talk about all things that I'm just noticing about, humanness. Okay, well, signing off for today. XOXO, Kate.